More in your corner, continuing to follow breaking news in Boston right now. A pair of explosions leaving at least 2 people dead.
That's right. Now, college student Heidi Walsh is a reporter with the Suffolk U News. She's a student who produced a newscast at Suffolk University in Boston. She was covering today's marathon, and she is joining us live on the telephone right now with what she saw and heard. Now, Heidi, I know you described, like so many other people, your emotions right now as just in shock. Can you tell us a little bit about this?
Emily and Patrick, it started out as just a regular type of day. I was there reporting for Suffolk U News, and it was just a day of community events for Boston. We were looking to see if one of our American girls would come in first, but then chaos happened, and we had to change the story completely. As you could see from one of our videos, it happened as if out of nothing, just out of thin air. It was just an ordinary day, just turned dramatically wrong.
Now, we understand that one of your student colleagues covering this actually got some video. Tell us more about what are in those images.
Yes, she did. As you can see, like on the streets, there were people just walking, having a good time, enjoying the marathon. Then all of a sudden, an explosion happened. 15 seconds after, a second one occurred, and people started scrambling. When I myself got to the scene, there was a third explosion, but that was a controlled one by police. And a lot, you should have seen the looks on runners' faces. I talked to one woman. She was half a mile away from finishing a 24-mile race. And the disappointment and the feeling I felt for her, because I myself was a cross-country runner in high school, but after running 24 miles and training months and months for that, to have something to stop a half a mile before is definitely something that can be summed up as devastating.
I can imagine. Heidi, we talked to a lady earlier who said that she still had 30 of her friends unaccounted for. I think this is a common story right now. Have you been able to account for all of your friends, family, or loved ones in this area today?
I have been able to. Most of my friends have actually been calling me because they knew that I was covering the marathon today. I was there at the finish line before the explosion occurred. I left the area and then came back to check on the scene. It was a lot of happy faces, a lot of happy marathoners, but when I got back, it was an entirely different situation. There were people crying because there was no cell phone reception, and they wanted to know if their loved ones were okay. I was just lucky that I was able to talk to mine.
Well, we hope everybody has that opportunity just as quickly as possible. Heidi, thank you so much for speaking with us by phone. We know you are definitely covering the biggest story of your life right now, and please be safe while you're doing so.
Thank you very much, Emily and Patrick.
We're giving you a live look now at the scene. Let's take a live shot here of Boston.
All right, now we have local reporters who are obviously covering this for the Boston area. It is just such a massive story, and it's really difficult for people to get their heads around it right now. Even the president addressing the nation just within the past 30 minutes or so, saying that still a lot of things are unknown, but one thing he says for sure is that who's ever responsible will be held accountable. Our coverage continues right after this.
Packed with people who are just enjoying the moment of the marathon.